lovelies, thanks for stopping by my channel today. I am excited for today's video. We are going to be having a little sensational moment. Yes, that's right, I'm being cheesy. Let's go with the dad jokes. So we are going to be diving into this commodity exploration kit today. I'm really excited to finally be sniffing all of these scents for you. I did pick this up on Black Friday. I've talked about commodity fragrances before here on my channel. I love them. I think that they are very unique and also very layerable. And I'm really excited to be trying out the new Scent Spaces concept. Now, I started out using commodity fragrances before they closed and were repurchased by someone and then reopened, and now they have this new Scent Space concept. So they still have some of the original fragrances, but the whole idea behind the Scent Spaces is how much you want to exude the scent and how many people around you want to be able to experience it with you. Now, if you are not new to my channel, you will know I am a fragrance hardcore fan and I just can't get enough. But if we haven't met before, my name is Kelly and I'm a professional hair and makeup artist, and here on my channel I strive to keep beauty real. Real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. But I'm excited to dive into this. We're going to talk a little bit about the scent spaces, and we are going to be enjoying all of these scents. We have 6 of these scents in the 3 different scent spaces, and I can't wait to enjoy them together. So let's get into that. Hey, so just cutting in from the future to let you all know that halfway through this video, my fiance Jeremy is joining in on this, because we, after like smelling all the first half of the smells and talking to him about it at night, I thought it would be fun to include him in this. So after the first half, he's coming in, he'll sort of give you a roundup of his thoughts on the first set of scents, and then we'll move into the second half. All right, so like I mentioned, I am not new to the commodity fragrance world, but I am new to this whole scent space concept. There are actually 2 scents in here that I own, but haven't tried the different scent spaces of. So let me just go into this discovery kit a little bit with you. So I'm gonna put the price right up here. I honestly don't remember it anymore, and I did get it at an additional 20% off on Black Friday, I do believe. But this comes with this exploration kit booklet. It has a little explanation of the scent spaces, and then it also dives deeper into the scents themselves. And I really like how they also give you like 2 methods in which to try the fragrances out. Now, to talk a little bit about this. Introducing Scent Space. Doing away with old industry jargon, we've created Scent Space to give you greater control over the intensity and projection of your scent. Each commodity fragrance is available in 3 different scent space concentrations: personal, expressive, and bold. So if you were like me and you've tried commodity before, you will be familiar with the expressive scent. That is the one right in the middle. That is like the classic formula, if you will. So that is said to be considered by many to be the perfect balance of longevity and projection. These fragrances will make a statement without overpowering any space, to be noticed by you and the many around you. So then on the other side of that, we have personal, for those who prefer a subtle, intimate fragrance to be noticed only by you and the few you allow close. Soft, ethereal, and luxurious, these molecular compositions have a trace of their expressive counterpart and embody the concept of less is more. So to me, that is like if you are someone where you really just want it to be you, or someone that maybe hugs you to really get that scent. And it also could be like depending on where you're wearing your fragrance. Like for me at work, as a hairdresser, I'm very close to people, so I try not to wear anything that gets too strong or too cloying, because you never know what people have as far as like scent sensitivities, and also like just sometimes that's just an unpleasant experience. But on the other side of this is bold. There is no modesty when it comes to the bold collection. Infused with exotic notes, these are amplified renditions of their expressive counterpart. Designed for those intent on making their presence known, they are for you and everyone else. So this is really like statement scents. And so I also think that you could think of this as like the expressive is something that you might be more likely to wear in the winter when scents just don't project quite as far, and maybe the personal is something that you'd wear in the summer when like just scents tend to be a little bit more strong. And I will also be excited to see how these go as far as like their main known fragrance and then the way that they tweak them, because it's not just that it's a lighter version or a stronger version. They do add little notes and differences. For instance, the bottom 2 fragrances here are Gold and Book, and I have both of those fragrances. So the Book I got in the previous run of commodity, but that will still be considered the expressive. And in the sale, actually, when I picked this up, I got the expressive gold. So I've already smelled gold before, and I was really excited to be able to pick it up for 20% off. So I already got that one, but I'll be excited to try the other versions. Now, Commodity does give you these little fragrance samplers, the little like scent sticks, so you can spray it on something if you don't want to spray it on yourself, especially if you're going to be going through and doing all of these at the same time. That is what I would recommend. So what I will personally be doing is going through and using the little scent strips first, and then maybe picking out a couple to try on my skin. I will be honest, I'm also not going to do all of these today. It's just way too much to my olfactory senses, like whoa. So I will probably do maybe 2 or 3 of these and then come back on another day, or maybe later tonight, but probably on another day to do the rest of the sniff test with you. So enjoy this makeup while it lasts, which by the way, I will have this look up already. This is featuring my Black Friday haul from Odin's Eye and Glossier. So I'll have that up as well. If you want to see that, it'll be linked down below. All right, so we are going to experience this whole thing together. Now I'm going to go through what it says in the booklet. If you want to skip past some of this, I will make sure to have timestamps down below so that you can just skip forward and hear my descriptions. Hopefully they're helpful. So there are a couple ways that Commodity says to do this. You can either go by selecting your space. So this says, do you already know how strong you like your fragrance? Whether you prefer fragrances that fill the room, stay close to you, or fall somewhere in between? Then start by selecting your preferred scent space. From there, explore all 6 scents within that scent space. Once you've found your favorite scents, get a little adventurous and try them in their other scent spaces. The other way would be to follow your nose. If you're new to fragrance, start in the middle with our expressive collection. These scents offer an ideal balance between projection and intensity and are perfect for everyday use. Find your favorite fragrance from this collection. For a more subtle version of the fragrance, look to the left at our personal collection. For a bolder version, look to the right at the bold. So for me, I feel like testing it on a blotting paper right away is a good way to go, just because we might not know what we love, but usually we know what we're not going to love, like right off the bat. You don't have to spray it on your skin when there's something that you just know, like, oh, nope, not gonna love that one. So for me, since I have actually smelled quite a few of these fragrances before, sorry for the train, I really kind of want to see the subtle differences in the scent spaces. So I think what I'm gonna do is go through scent by scent and space by space, if that makes sense. So why don't we start off with what I already know, especially because that's the way it's like positioned in the book. So book is listed as dry, woody pages bound together by a crisp cover, a trilogy of nostalgic, crisp, woody scents centered around cedarwood and sandalwood. So we're gonna start in the middle and then we'll go either way. So this is one, like I said, I already have in my collection, and when I first smelled it, I just thought it was so unique. For its time, it has been around a while, but for its time, I just thought it was so unique. Now I've smelled a couple that are sort of similar. Get to spraying, Kelly, like stop yammering. So to me, this, oh, I love this one. And it's so good to layer with. So it really just has that crisp, it is like crisp air and a little woodsy. I really do enjoy this. Like, there's just something about it. So again, I like to layer it with things. I like to wear it when I'm wanting it to have, it's like cozy, but not in a like warm vanilla way. It's cozy and fresh. But you guys, you probably heard me say that if I wear something like, especially like a citrus fresh sometimes, or like some of those aquatic freshes more than anything, they start to smell like cleaning products. This one does not do that. It's woodsy, but crisp. Yep, totally. It totally is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark on here which one this is so I can lay these out and come back in an hour and smell them as they've dried down. Okay, so I'm smelling the book minus. So this is the personal space. And this one, this is almost like a, not a perfume. It is very, very light. So this says the addition of black tea and skin musk places an emphasis on freshness in this aromatic rendition. So it says it's book expressive with black tea and skin musk. And that's exactly what I get. It's almost like it's the original book it's the original book after it's been sitting on your skin for like 3 hours, if that makes sense. So it smells very nice. It's just very soft. So if you are someone where you don't like something that is very strong at all, this would probably be right up your alley. It also smells like a little bit creamier, which is probably the musk. It's probably like softening out the crispness of the original one. Yeah, that one is definitely for the person who really just want something very, very light. Maybe you are someone, oh, the one time I could see using that is like before bed. And yes, I'm a person, I like to have a different fragrance that I spray on myself before I jump into bed. That would be a good one for that because it's just like clean, a little soft, a little cozy like skin. Yeah. All right, here we have the bold version of Book. Okay. This one to me, it's definitely spicier. So what does it say? It says it's amplified with the addition of smoky, velvety musks. So this one, if it is smoke, it's not like the kind of smoke that you get out of like Replica by the fireplace. This is like, it's almost like a little spicier. It definitely leans a little bit more towards the masculine, if you will. I don't like saying that because who the hell ever got to decide what's masculine and what's feminine in sense, but like traditionally masculine or traditionally feminine. I'm not going to use that word anymore because that just makes me want to punch people in the face. But to get that like vibe, like it just is, yeah, it's like a little spicier. I don't get smoke as in like smoke, but it is a little bit headier. Okay, now I need to pull out the original Book. They are close-ish. So here is the thing. So far, I mean, going off of Book, which is already, really? I mean, going off of Book, which is already a fairly light fragrance. The trains are all coming into town now. I don't know what to tell you guys. We just got to get through this. But I couldn't see needing 2 of these. So if the similarities are where they are within Book, I don't think anyone would ever need all 3 scent spaces unless you just like super love a certain fragrance and you just want it for like every day, every situation, maybe. But I have to say, I think that the original Book is still my favorite. If you do like something that has just like a little bit more like mystery to it, then I could see the expressive. And again, if you like something that's like almost like a not a fragrance, then that would be like where I would go with the personal scent space. I can tell you right now, this the Book Personal is going to go into my bedroom where I can spray it on before bed because I really do think that I would enjoy doing that. All right, now we're gonna go through with Gold, which again is one that I already have. I just purchased it in the sale. This is said to be a warm and lustrous material to be desired, a trilogy of warm, glowing scents spotlighting vanilla, sandalwood, and amber. So the expressive is listed as strong, sleek, and sophisticated, just like the precious commodity itself. Effervescent vanilla wrapped in creamy musk and molten amber. Rich enough to bathe in, this decadent fragrance is an intoxicating journey to one's innermost desires, thoughts, and impulses. So this is definitely a creamy, milky vanilla. Like it's not like baked goods vanilla. It doesn't have a spice to it, you know. It's not like I feel like sometimes stuff just smells like baked goods, and that's not how I want to smell. I want that like nice creaminess that you get from amber. If you saw my Sephora VIB purchase, I ordered the Super Amber from Ellis Brooklyn, and that it was just like too much of a punch in the face. Also, it smelled like the Cinema Secrets, but this is a little bit more sophisticated and a little bit more, I don't even want to say sophisticated because the other one is definitely sophisticated. It just was like, I don't know, there's just something a little bit more subtle to this, but not in the strength of it. It's just in the fragrance of it. It's just very well mixed and very well balanced. I love it. I was very tempted. I'm going to be very interested when we get to the Gold Plus to see what I think, because I was very tempted to get that one because I could almost see like liking it with a little bit more, but we will see. Trying out Gold Minus. This skin scent is a molecular whisper of the original. An effortless vanilla shares the spotlight with ISO-E Super, and that is one thing. I saw a live with, I believe it's the owner of Commodity, and he was talking about how a lot of these are ISO-E Super based fragrances in the like lightest version, in the personal scent. So it's just like that like whisper of the original. Yeah, again, it's just a very light version. Okay, so I guess I would have a hard time because these bottles range around $120 for the full size. Like, it doesn't smell that different to me to make it worth purchasing the personal scent space. Like, I feel like, can't you just spray a little less of the fragrance on? I don't know, maybe not, but it definitely, so the original has a little bit more punch to it. The personal. It is lighter, but it also has, you can definitely get that ISO-y super. And I don't know how to explain that scent. It's almost like a nothing scent, but like a good nothing, like a je ne sais quoi. Like, this is a little lighter, a little, I want to say fresher, but not as in fresh and clean scent, but just like that light, soft, airy scent. So if you like vanilla, but you find that it could be cloying, this one might be for you. I'm excited to try the Bold. I have to say, this is a lot of fun. Like, this could be a really fun date night. So I could see like getting one of these if you have a partner or a friend that really is into scents as much as you are, like ordering this, getting a bottle of wine, and like going through them together and seeing what you think. Okay, I can already tell you, I am so glad I stuck with the original Gold. I'm so glad because, okay, we're gonna read this one. So it says, for those who dare to be bold and admired, this unapologetically rich fragrance is overflowing with vanilla, spices, and smoke. Maybe that's why. Maybe I saw that it said spices and smoke. So it is a good scent, but while the Gold and the Gold Minus still have the same like scent profile, this one is totally different. This one to me, this smells a little bit more like Marc Jacobs Decadence. It has that almost like licorice-y, but not really scent. So this says it added nutmeg, saffron, and patchouli. It's probably the patchouli in here. So I'm not that patchouli and like licorice smell the same, but like I'm not usually a huge patchouli person. It has to be deep down within the scent to just create like that slight cozy earthy vibe. If it's too far forward, I don't usually like it. And this probably, I could see Jeromi wearing this. We're losing earrings, people. We are losing earrings. That is how serious this scent exploration is. So yeah, I could see this smelling really good on Jeromi. Like, it has that little bit headier feel to it, but for myself, I would not feel confident wearing this. Like, no. You might like this if you like to smell vanilla. You like to smell like you put on vanilla, you went trompsing through the woods, and then like maybe spent some time in a like commune. Does that make sense? Like, it's just a little too herbal, a little too patchouli for me. I almost went and threw this sample in the trash just because I'm that strong feeling about it, but I'm going to set it here and I'm going to let it dry down, and we will see we will see how we feel in a while. I don't feel the need to put that one on. In fact, I got a little bit on my hand because I wasn't paying attention to where the sprayer was, and I sprayed it in my fingers. It smells okay. It's one of those though that like if somebody like made me wear it, I would have to spray it on like an hour before I was going anywhere because that dry down sort of happens. So we're gonna go through with Velvet. This is a luxurious fabric woven from silk for a dense, soft rose petal texture. The trilogy reveals the true indulgence of roasted almonds, rose petals, and amber. That sounds like an interesting combo. So this says it's decadently sweet, mysteriously smoky, and elegantly exotic. This woody oriental blend is infused with roasted almonds, rose petals, and black amber. A refined gourmand with a smoky sillage. I am intrigued, commodity. I am intrigued. Ooh, okay. Wow. Okay, so this is, you have to like smoky scents. I'm gonna just throw this out there right now. If you don't like smoky scents, you're not gonna like this because this is definitely smoky. Smoky like by the fireplace kind of smoky, but this, wow. Okay. So when I think of almond, I think of that typical cherry almond scent, you know, like Jergens lotion. Kick that out of your head right now. This is truly that smell. If you are roasting nuts in the oven, that like rich, warm scent that comes off of that. You get that in like the background, but right away, like I get that smoke. But the weird thing is it's like smoke with a bouquet. It's like a smoked bouquet. You definitely get that rose, and it's like, it's just under there though. It's not like you chewed on rose petals. It's It's just there. This is interesting. I don't know if I would wear this though, because it is so freaking smoky. It's very, very smoky. Like, God, I cannot imagine what the Velvet Plus is going to smell like. So I love By the Fireplace, but I almost always mix it with something else because I don't want to just smell smoky. I want to smell something else. And while By the Fireplace has a sweet scent to it, I like to have a little something else with it. But this is very, very unique. Ooh. Okay, so now for the Velvet Minus. This says, Skin Musk is merely the vehicle for the leading notes of vanilla, rose, and clove. Ethereal and alluring, this is a molecular reflection of the original. Okay, I still get the smoke. I lose the rose completely. Yeah, I don't smell the rose anymore. To me, this smells like book, like that papery scent. And a little vanilla and smoke. Okay, so if you like By the Fireplace and you want something that isn't quite as sweet as By the Fireplace, you would probably like Velvet Minus or Velvet Personal. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be saying, but it's listed as Velvet Minus, so that's going to be what I call this. I personally don't get the rose in this much at all. So it's evidently there. I definitely get the spicy. So if you want something that's smoky and spicy, but not as sweet as like By the Fireplace, I think you would probably like this. It's very interesting. I might have to try layering this up with like Jazz Club from Replica. Yeah, I really like this, but this is a little bit more my jam. I could definitely see this as more of that layering scent like I use By the Fireplace. Okay, I am a little bit scared to try this Velvet Plus. Now, after like taking a break for a moment, that Velvet Minus, I don't smell the rose, like I said, I really don't, but I do get a little bit of like a light something, so that's probably what it is. It's probably the floral that's in there that I'm getting at the very, very end. It's just a whisper, but like to me, if I smelled that and I didn't know what was in it, I would never guess rose. So now with Velvet Plus, this says it's an overdose of amber patchouli and labdanum, shows off the darker side of gourmands. So this includes saffron, patchouli, and smoke. Okay, dang, okay, this is strong. It is really strong. Like, this would be a walk-through scent. Like, spray it and walk through it. Yeah, it's a lot stronger. Like, it doesn't smell bad. That's the thing. It doesn't smell bad, but it just smells so, so strong. Like, a winter scent for sure. Like, you would knock people over if you wore this in the summertime. It's really nice and sweet, but it is definitely, I get the saffron and I get the patchouli, and it's even more smoky. So if you just can't get enough like heady, sweet, smoky, the Velvet Plus will be for you. But man, like, walk through it. Like, it is just so sweet and so smoky. Okay, all right, so I need to give my nose a break. So I think I'm gonna go chill out for a couple hours. And by chill out, I mean go edit some other things that I've been working on, like this look. And I will come back and maybe hit up the rest of these scents tonight. So I hope you've been enjoying. If you see me later and I'm looking worse for wear, or I'm wearing a completely different makeup look, you'll know why. All right, here we are back for part 2 of the commodity exploration kit. And I have a special guest. Hi, babe.
Hey.
So for those of you who've been on my channel for a while, you might have seen Jeromi before in a video or two. He was in the, well, at that point it was Boyfriend Does My Makeup. And you've been in cameos in some outros and things. But for those of you that haven't met my wonderful fiance, he's here to sniff some of our scents with me. So I'm excited. The way this whole thing came about was I had filmed the first half of this video, and then that night Jeromi and I were in bed, and I don't even know how it came up. I think I just like wanted you to smell one of the fragrances or something. Is that what happened? So anyway, we got into this huge thing, and I made him smell all of them. All of the ones that I had. They were on the paper, so they weren't like super fresh. But
you didn't make me. I like smelling stuff.
Actually, that's very true. So Jeromi is probably just as, you're just as much into scents as I am. Right, I would say? Almost, at least. You enjoy a good scent.
I own much less. Like, than you, so I don't
Yeah.
know how we're measuring. But...
Not that way. Yeah, but you enjoy. I mean, whether it's home fragrance or like personal fragrances.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so he's going to be the perfect person to do this with. And just to kind of like give you a little background on what happened that night when we were sniffing all these scents, it was so funny because in a lot of ways, I feel like you and I had the same reaction to things because I think we have similar tastes when it comes to scents, like just in what we appreciate. Maybe not in what we would wear, but what we like.
I'd wear 40% of what you wear.
Yeah. Yeah, and you probably wish that I didn't wear 20% of what I wear because you think you should be wearing it.
No.
Yeah, but I think there are some things that I wear that you're like...
I want that to be my scent.
Yeah, exactly. And I really do. I mean, I feel like I wear a wide gambit of fragrances from some that would be like spicy, sweet, clean, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you have a scent profile that you feel like you lean more towards? Like, do you like something...
That dusky, amber,
Yeah.
smoky.
Yeah. So, like a little headier. Not quite a gourmand, not quite sweet, but like some of those like amber, like rich scents. Mm-hmm. So, we have 3 more to go through. Oh, I wanted to talk about the 3 that we talked about before. So, I think the couple that you really liked, you liked Gold Plus, because this was like the vanilla-y one. Okay. And then the one that was like the Plus was the even more intense one that had like other notes to it. I think you liked that one, but I think your favorite was the Velvet, right? That was the one that had the rose and the smoke.
From what I could smell.
Yeah.
A lot of them were pretty wore out.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah, some of them, like especially the book ones, you could barely smell, like the Book Minus. Some of those there wasn't a lot on, but it was funny. I just wish that I had you on camera for your reaction to the Velvet Plus.
When I first took that first whiff, mm-hmm. I just kind of went all in. I didn't just sniff around, and it literally like was so almost pungent. It's kind of like the similar reaction that I've had when a skunk discharged in close proximity on a dog at one point. But long story, I won't get into it. But it just initially shocked my nose to the point where it felt like something just leapt up my nostrils.
Yeah, I mean, you literally like went like whoa, and I think you said like that just like opened up areas of my nose that I didn't know I had, or kind of like
it wasn't a bad experience. It was just shocking because and then for the next few minutes I just was smelling things I've never really smelled, and it was like a nerve thing.
Like a shock.
Yeah.
Now, do you like patchouli?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Or in form.
Okay, because these were like pretty heavy in patchouli. I remember reading that. So.
I don't like it on its own.
Yeah.
I've never been a hacky sack.
Yeah, I don't love that either. So it was funny because when I was smelling the Gold, because I have this one, it's one of the ones that I just recently got, but when I smelled the Gold Plus, I was like, oh, nope. I was like, not for me, but I think I would like it on Jeromi. And then when you were like, oh yeah, I like that one, I was like, yeah. So I'm excited to get into these last 3. So we are going to start off with the next one that's in the book, which is Moss. And Jeromi has requested that I do not read the scent profile before we do it. So we're going to smell the first moss, the middle one, which is the, what do they call it? Expressive.
Because they've heard your guided imagery sessions on scents before, right?
Oh yeah, like, for sure.
Like I'm strolling my white bikini on a white sand beach.
Yeah, well, it's a...
No, it's really cool.
Oh, okay.
I'm not mocking you.
I thought you were making fun of me. Okay, so I'm going to spray moss here.
Trying to imitate you, but not mock you.
Okay.
So this one's called Moss.
Mm-hmm.
It smells green.
Mm-hmm.
Like if the smell had a color.
Yeah, for sure. Green. Yeah, green, but blue. Like a blue-green.
No, I think you're tripping.
No!
No, I agree. It's just like...
Because I feel like it has a little aquatic.
Yeah, it smells very fresh. It's like CK1, the good parts of CK1, just depthier, right?
Yeah, I get that. It's like more refined.
I was just pulling it out of my ass. No, but it does. It smells like CK, but
it's like fresh and green. Like you are jumping out of the ocean into wet grass. I'm gonna go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we're gonna read the notes. A fresh, green, and earthy plant that lacks true roots. The trilogy of fresh green scents highlights bergamot, oak moss, and petitgrain. Okay, so it says for the expressive moss, it says it's green and woody with a touch of morning dew. Yeah, that's actually more what it is. It's like that fresh morning scent. This blend of oak moss, cedar wood, and petitgrain are reminiscent of a walk through the woods at dawn. Wet, cool, clean, and reviving. I don't know what petitgrain is, do you?
Never heard of it.
Well, my phone is dead. Otherwise, I would Google it right now, but I'm going to leave it right here for all of you to know. So, you and I both like cedar wood. So, yeah, it does have that, like...
They're real subtle, though. Like, there's no, like, dominance. There's no
really
dominance in the cedar.
No, but it smells really good. Like, now that it's, like, gotten that, like, slight alcohol-y scent off.
I'd wear that.
I would let you. I would ask you to, I mean. All right, so we're going to go into the minus. Don't see
This is a really cool, like, couples activity, though.
Yeah.
I mean, just something different. It's, turn off Netflix, smell some stuff.
Oh, you first. Yeah, for sure. It's something, it's like a way to interact together.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're into that sort of thing.
Aren't you into hanging out with me?
Not everybody might be. I don't want to pressure anybody into doing this, but it's fun.
Oh.
Citrusy?
So this, I feel like it smells more peppery. So this is supposed to be the lighter, not the lighter version, but sort of like its lighter cousin. But to me it smells spicier, like a little more peppery.
Well, it's got spice to it. It's like probably that pink peppercorn stuff.
It smells almost limey, like lime and pepper.
Maybe, or something.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Pepper.
But
we need coffee, don't we? To like.
so I don't want people thinking we actually drink Folgers. Sorry.
I'll explain it. It's for my steaks.
Okay. Okay. I'm totally leaving that in.
The mossy one was like really.
Okay, they're both moss though.
Well, the first moss.
What is this one?
So, Cape Moss.
No. Babe, moss and moss minus.
Moss minus. So, I like the moss for its freshness, but the moss minus was like really warm and like spicy, but still that clean fresh. But I didn't get like any of that green water, like that fresh. Yeah. And when you smell the moss, it's almost like I felt like my nasal passage almost felt cooler. It was just like a sensory experience to it that wasn't just my scent.
Yeah.
But
plus this one is just so much more faint, which is the whole point. But like already even, I feel like that's just like a whisper of scent.
Yeah.
You know.
Is that what that is? It's not my smell.
No, no, it is actually just a whisper of scent. I haven't just blown your olfactory.
We don't actually drink well.
No.
If Folgers sent me coffee for free, I might drink Folgers. But I actually use this for my steaks when we grill ribeye. But it works for
it works for a good palate cleanser.
Your olfactory palate, if you will.
So I forgot to say that moss minus is moss expressive. I'm just laughing. I'll explain this in a moment. ISOE super, which we talked about the other night. It's that molecule.
Oh, the artificial scent.
Yeah, and then skin musk, which you were like, what the hell is skin musk?
It's a creepy word.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't necessarily get that though. Like to me, it was more peppery at first.
Mm-hmm. Initially, like I get like a really mossy, sagey, like Thanksgiving before you put in the chicken broth. So the stuffing. So like that sagey green.
This, I definitely get an herbal note. There is an herbal note to this, but there is something about this that just makes me think of dudes in a country club. Like that old school, like basic scent. Like it just has like a real cologne scent to it. Like it makes me think of Jesus. It makes me think of something that like my dad would wear. Like it's just kind of old school. So, do you have a favorite of the three?
Initially the moss minus, but I think I really like the top note, right? Whatever you smell most predominantly initially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the top note.
Look at him with his scent knowledge.
That I like better, but because it smelled to me like pink peppercorn.
Okay, we're totally gonna have to
have ribeye this week.
I just said we're on a no meat. We're on a freezer. We're on a freezer February. We have so much meat stashed in our freezer. I'm like, stop. We're good. We're good for a while. I said we can't buy any meat. All right. So this is paper.
What if I trade for meat?
Sure, I guess that works. We're going back to a bartering system. So I'll read off the scent of paper or the description of paper after we have our initial scent experience.
It's really faint.
Oh.
But nice. Just
wow, if this is the like expressive one in the middle, what's the one down from that going to be like? Because you're right, this is really light.
You have to be really close to somebody to smell that.
Yeah, I feel
but
like
you would smell it if...
It's creamy and clean at the same time. So
and very elusive.
Yeah. It reminds me of something that I smelled though, but it's interesting because there's a book, which we smelled, and paper. And it's sort of like, what's the difference between book and paper going to be, you know? But, okay, so let me read this off. Paper says, crisp sheets manufactured from the pulp of wood. A trilogy of true molecular skin scents thanks to sandalwood and isoe super. So, for the expressive, it says, paper celebrates creamy sandalwood as a skin scent. The dry down reveals crisp cedarwood reminiscent of fresh linen. A unique scent experience for each wearer. So it's probably one of those things that like kind of changes with your body. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely... I really like sandalwood, but sometimes it can be like overpowering, but this is really nice. Like it's not like too much. But it is pretty light. I feel like it's one of those that is totally gonna just like smell like cozy skin after a while.
Yeah. And you'd have to be really close.
Yeah. I'll be curious if we can even smell this paper minus.
I'm gonna let this one simmer a minute. So the top note is like isopropyl alcohol.
It is really alcohol-y. I wonder if...
But I'll be curious what it's like when it...
I don't like it. It's like... Yeah, it just smells like alcohol.
This one, to me, probably smells the most feminine, I guess.
Really?
But not really. See, it's getting bigger.
Okay, I'm gonna...
It's like the TARDIS.
You...
Smell it now.
No, it still smells kind of... No, see, I don't think it smells anything like this.
I like this one. It's woody, I'll say that. I don't know what wood.
Hence the name paper, probably, huh?
It's good.
So this says, paper comes to life on the skin, best described as your skin but better. Its molecular amber opening makes this counterpart sweeter than the original. So it definitely...
That's the amber that I'm smelling, I guess.
I don't smell amber. I really like amber, but I don't smell it in there. Maybe now. Maybe now just a little bit. I still don't like it. It has like a punch at the front. To me, it has a strong punch at the front. And it's still there. Like, I
get that. What do you think that is?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense because it says the only other thing in here is skin musk, which to me is not punchy.
Yeah, but doesn't it still have the compilation of the other the other smells?
Well, yeah, but
So
all it
in
says
that?
is cedarwood. Oh, it was sandalwood and cedarwood. So you're right, there was cedar in that.
Okay. I like it.
Okay, so on to Paper Plus. I feel like there's only been a couple that I really haven't liked. Paper Plus, and then I think, or Paper Minus, and then I think Velvet Plus are the only ones that I really don't care for so far. I think there were some that I just thought were like so mild that it wouldn't be worth it, but
Well, you
that's
really
not
have
too
to try it on your skin to really know.
right, yeah, this is just that first initial. So it's probably good that we have different scent likes, because then you can have the ones that I don't like,
Perks with being with a YouTuber.
right?
Real subtle after the.
Isn't that weird though? I feel like Paper Plus is, I almost feel like they got switched, because I feel like Paper Plus is
Sorry.
less strong. Yeah, rude. Like, don't you feel like that one is less strong than the last one that we smelled?
So this is the.
Paper Plus, yeah. That makes me.
Did you misspray?
No, baby.
I only smell it right here.
You want me to do it again?
Yeah. That one hit.
Yeah.
Like right off the bat, I like it.
But it's so light. Like, I'm worried that like Commodity gave me, they were like flipped.
I get like a powdery, literally, powdery, like, sensation. Like.
Yeah. Yep. I get that. So here is what Paper Plus says. Vetiver and wet woods cling to the skin in this earthy and robust take on the original. An iso-y super with personality. I feel like they're switched. I seriously feel like they're switched. Because Vetiver, Paper Plus, and Paper Minus. Because Paper Minus has skin musk and crisp amber. To me, that smells like that.
So this one is more green and earthy.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
Cedary, which it should be.
It's not supposed to be. It's
Oh,
supposed
that's
to
what I'm
be.
asking.
So Paper Minus. So that one is supposed to have skin musk and crisp amber.
I get a crisp something. Amber, I guess.
Yeah, but do you know what amber is? It's almost vanilla-y.
Yeah. I get
It's like that warm.
I get that.
You do?
Yeah. It's kind of like my Mont Blanc, but like higher.
Huh. I guess we'll never know, because unfortunately you can't get Commodity in a store right now. You have to order online, as far as I know. So I would love to like go in store and smell them.
See, this one's nice. Whatever this is now, that's like different.
That's moss. Ooh, that smells real good.
Isn't that nice?
But it still to me smells like a cologne my dad would wear.
But it smells stronger now than it did before.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Before I couldn't smell it. I couldn't smell these before. That's good.
I really like that one.
Yeah.
What's moss? Can I smell moss minus?
Every time you say Moss Minus, Mossimo, is it a brand? Mossimo?
Yeah, back from like the 90s.
Like,
That smells good. I would like it as a soap, but I don't like it. Just smells kind of soapy.
well, it's not a bad thing.
No, for sure not.
I agree. Just
Yeah.
clean and fresh.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna need Folgers for this one, because this one I have smelled. I do have this one. So this one is milk. And I think I said that my friend Jennifer from El Feisty sent me the like travel size or like sampler size. Okay, we're Folgers up. I wonder, can you get caffeine from snorting coffee fumes?
If you can, we'll be up all night.
Okay. So this is Milk, the expressive right down the center.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's really like ambery and sweet, like brown sugar, amber.
So Commodity says that Milk is an opaque, white liquid, rich in sweet creams and fresh woods. A trilogy of caressing, woody scents filled with skin musk, tonka bean, and mahogany wood. I usually love anything that has tonka bean in it. Mm-hmm. And I love anything good. Woodsy.
So far, this is my favorite.
Oh, really? Like, out of the whole gambit?
No. I don't.
Of what we've
Like I said,
today.
The first round, those were pretty wore out.
Yeah,
For the better part, but this would be a contender for Velvet. But I just like the smell of rose so much. And the fact that Velvet smelled rosy, but
smoky.
Yeah, it's just...
Yeah, it's just very complex. Okay.
Like a guy with toxic masculinity could get away with wearing velvet and not be offended by the fact that he's wearing roses.
I don't know what toxic masculinity is.
You know, there's rose in that, I can't wear that.
Oh, you mean like even the most machismo dude would still wear that?
I would think so.
Huh, okay. So they describe Milk as a marshmallow fragrance enhanced with mahogany wood and tonka bean. The cold Milk Accord adds a cooling element to an otherwise rich and warm fragrance. So, can I smell it again? When I've worn it, it almost has like a spice to it, like cereal. Like it reminds me of like sweet cereal. I don't know.
Well, I guess that's the whole milky.
Yeah, maybe. I like it, but it is kind of marshmallowy. Like, I just found that it was like a little too like spiced for me. Because like Gold is a very warm vanilla-y scent, but I find that like that one is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a strong one.
Yeah, for sure. I think that that's the whole point of like the scent spaces is like. Because you have certain times that you're okay with wearing something stronger, but there are definitely times that I don't want to wear something like very strong, like when I'm at the salon, you know, because I'm like all like so close up to people. Okay, so this is the minus.
Right now, it smells just more balanced and faint, a little bit fainter. I don't get much like new characteristics. Maybe a little less of that baby powder, smell. Because this has a little bit of... Do you get like a powder? Like a faint baby powder?
Kind of, yeah, now that you say that. This one is a lustrous bouquet of amber, musk, and light woods, wears like a sweet and sugary hug. So it's expressive with cashmere woods and skin musk.
That's this one?
Yeah. I think the cashmere, like...
I don't know what cashmere smells like.
Well... Cashmere woods, I think, is that, like, soft woody scent, where it's not, like...
Cashmere's a wood?
No, cashmere woods, it's like a creamy, woodsy scent. And they do give you, it looks like, they give you a couple extra papers, so if for some reason you needed to respritz, there's 2 extra papers in here. I don't know, I just don't feel like this is going to be my jam. These 3 seem like the closest in scent out of all the ones that we've smelled.
Like if you turn, like TV has a brightness, if you turn up the brightness, it's like that's what I get from that.
Yeah. This one almost adds like a coconut milk or something. Can I have the regular? Yeah, that one. So I don't really get a huge difference out of those 2.
Did you try my technique?
No. So this one, the bold scent space, is rich with notes of firewood and amber, a delightfully sweet scent with an oriental flair. So this says it has amber and firewood accord. So I wonder, is firewood supposed to smell like fire though? Like to me, firewood is not the same as fire. Does it smell woody to you?
What is that background, like cedary?
Actually, yeah, I do get...
The amber.
I think I like this one better.
I like this one better. It's less powder. It's less powdery. It's got less of that like Play-Doh smell.
Yeah, I just don't. It doesn't smell like cereal.
Oh, see, now that went away. That's that salty. That salty smell.
See, this to me, it still just smells like cereal milk. Like if I had Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but not quite as much cinnamon. Seriously.
That's cool. I don't get. I get a spice, like there's a spiciness there, but I don't get cinnamon.
I don't get cinnamon, but there's something about it that makes me think.
Ice or
yeah,
Cinnamon
like
Toast
just
Crunch cereal.
Just cereal milk, like just in general.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Frosted Flakes. Who knows? I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had
They're great.
kids cereals.
I like this one.
Okay, so yeah, I would say that out of the 3 milks, I definitely like Milk Plus the best. Do you want to re-smell anything? Because I'd love to know what your favorite is. I think. Okay, I had to change the memory card. We've been yammering on about scents. So this, which one did I spray on? Oh, definitely this one. Okay, so this is Gold Plus.
Something kind of like bitter in the background.
I get like licorice, like that very like anisey. Not like black licorice, not like good anise, but like pungent. Like I just thought it was like, I think it's the patchouli that's added to it.
Oh, so.
Meh, you're not so in love with that one anymore? Okay, so.
Like, I can kind of, I guess, relate a little bit to, if you've ever drank absinthe, it's got kind of a similar, which is anise liqueur. Like something bitter and almost like slightly toxic.
It
like
is kind of bitter.
Like I wouldn't eat it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. But it's so weird because Gold is so vanilla and rich that like that one is like, it adds this like bitter note to it.
Like an alkaline kind of, almost like when you touch a battery to your tongue. It's like that for your nose.
Do you want to share? No, I mean share the name. Which one did I just give you?
It's Velvet.
Yeah.
It's way more rosy up front, like than when I smelled it last time.
Should I spray Velvet Plus on the other side?
So I don't know that I would wear this, but why the heck not?
I think I would wear it, like for date night.
I mean, yeah, I would. I love the smell of it.
Yeah, I do think it's.
I gotta try it on.
It's got some extra rose, yeah.
So that's the plus. I think it was the plus that I liked better. I'm pretty sure. Last time.
Huh.
And when you said no, it was the regular, I was like, I don't think so. But now that I'm smelling like this, like.
You like the plus better?
Yeah. Because it adds like a spicy note on top of the rose.
You get more smoke. I feel like it's way more smoky.
So it's like smoky rose. So I like this like a lot better.
So the regular Velvet has a lot of smoke to it, I feel like. But
I don't pick
much of it. I totally do.
I mean, it's there. It's not just rose in your nose.
So the Velvet adds saffron, patchouli, and smoke. Even more smoke.
Okay.
So Velvet is roasted almonds, rose petals, and black amber. A refined gourmand with a smoky sillage.
I like them both a lot, but I'd be more inclined to wear the plus.
Yeah. I mean, now that it's died down, like, I think so I know when I originally filmed, I said you'd almost need to spray and walk through it, because it's, like, pretty strong. But on you, I think it would smell really good. But for me, like the Velvet.
I'd prefer Velvet idea.
Yeah. We could be matching Velvet and Velvet Plus. Yeah. So, okay.
And if these scents combined, we'd be Velvet Us.
Yes. This is what I deal with all the time. All right, so do you have a favorite out of the whole gambit?
Regular milk.
Whoa, regular milk is your top?
No.
Oh. Okay. You like some of the moss ones too. Don't forget to smell those.
Like, I really like the smell, but for me,
Mm-hmm.
which maybe I need to start wearing some cleaner. This is just too clean for me.
That's okay.
Like, for me to like gravitate to buying at a store.
Yeah. Can I smell the plus?
What plus?
The moss plus. And the moss minus. No. My dad would like that.
Mossimo.
You can't even smell the moss minus anymore.
Moss plus is nice.
It smells like my dad. That's not a bad thing. It just reminds me of like a dad cologne.
So Carl, if you're watching, I like the way you smell.
So my dad used to wear Drakkar.
I did too.
Oh my god! Did you really?
We would go to Yonkers, me and my buddies. I've told you this story, but we would go to Yonkers. I grew up kind of poor, and so I didn't really have things like cologne. So when we went to the mall to chase cute girls, we would stop at Yonkers to put on cologne first. Not many people know that story.
Well, now...
My friend Dave, Matt, and you.
Oh.
That's it.
Well, and all of you. Okay, so your top one was Velvet Plus, and then
Velvet Plus.
Milk Regular. Man, my favorite...
Are you going to say moss?
No. So I love the smell of that, but I don't think I would wear it. It's way too fresh. Most fresh scents, I will try it on me.
Now that I'm like, just smelled all the warm, smoky amber scents. This is nice.
It's the dad smell, by the way. It is nice. It is nice. So while he's sniffing and possibly changing his mind, I think, so from what I can remember, I don't remember about the book. So I have Book Regular, and I think that Book Regular was still the one that I thought that I would stick with.
I think I remember you saying that.
Gold is probably still my favorite. Gold is probably still my favorite. And then Velvet, and then Milk Plus. Now that's for me to wear. The moss, like I really liked the moss regular for like a clean green scent, but anytime I wear that, I feel like it ends up smelling like cleaning products on me. Like it's just something in my chemistry, I feel like. So, but I think like at the end of the day, there's something for anybody in this kit, wouldn't you think?
I think so.
Like, I mean, whether you are a clean or an almost nothing or a smoky, a woodsy. Oh, that was one I did really like. I did really like the paper, the one right in the middle. I don't know that it's so unique that I would need to buy it though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
Especially like at commodity prices. Okay, so I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed having Jeromi on my channel. Thank you, babe. I appreciate you.
It's not a problem. It's
kind of nice when you're going through 18 different scents to have 2 opinions, and I think this will be valuable, so I appreciate you coming in and hanging out with me. After our recent ISO E-Super conversation, I did get that little scent sampler of the ISO E-Super fragrances, so yeah, so maybe if you guys want to see him come back, we'll do another scent video in the future. I'm sure I'll be talking about those scents in the future at some point anyway, but I just want to say thank you to all of you for taking some time, because I know this video is going to be a long one. So hopefully you found this helpful, whether it helps you decide that you want to buy a discovery kit yourself. This exploration kit was a lot of fun, and they do have a couple different options that you can get. I really enjoyed this. I do think it would be fun for a date night, you know, getting together with some friends and a bottle of wine and, you know, a can of Folgers. So thank you all so much. It's been great to have this scent experience with all of you, and I'll see you really soon.
Bye.